Okay.
Okay.
I have started the recording. And the person who is not speaking, please go on mute. And whenever you want to say something, we have a lot of time. You can unmute yourself and then we can discuss, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Please, everybody.
Okay.
So today we are going to discuss about first topic, that is principles, like solid principle we will discuss. Then we will discuss about basic of cloud computing, that what is cloud computing, and what are the different types of cloud computing we have. And then we will discuss that what is private, public, hybrid, and community cloud computing, advantage and disadvantage, what are different types of model we have, and what is the virtualization of in terms of cloud computing, and who is the major player of cloud computing. Then in the last, we will discuss about how to improve our communication, because as I am also having experience around 10 years, then I feel that we should improve technical as well as we should improve our comm skill also. So we need to think in that area also. So I am going to start about solid principle. So anyone who want to speak first about solid principle, please unmute yourself, and whatever the idea you have, just describe that. Anyone? Anyone who want to speak about solid principle? Ajay sir?
Yes, Pankaj.
Yes, sir. Continue.
So solid are the software design principles which helps us to make our application maintainable and loosely coupled application basically. So it have involved like 5 type of principles. So first is SRP, single responsibility principle. Second is like open close principle, and third is scope substitution principle, and fourth is interface segregation principle, and fifth is like the dependency inversion principle. So basically each 5 principle have a some like basic definition first. So first like SRP. So SRP says a class or a module should have only one reason to change. Means like a class or module should have only a responsible for a thing that is we have made it. Like suppose we are having a customer class, so customer class should be responsible only for adding customer, updating customer, and deleting customer. Correct, Pankaj sir? And other than this, that class should not be responsible. Like suppose we are having a like logging and exceptional handling, so a different class should be responsible for this in customer or module. And second is a open close principle. Open close
Ajay, sir,
principle says
let's go one by one only.
one by one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
So,
sir, this is my point of view. You can carry on.
Right. Anyone who want to explain about solid principle and single responsibility? First two. Anyone? Yeah, PK. Anyone who want to speak about solid principle?
Can I?
Yeah, please.
Yes, myself. Okay. So the first one is means single responsibility principle, right? So in that case, the module or the class that should have single responsibility, right? Means that if we can suppose we have a user registration class, right? So as per means earlier talk means whatever the class that is responsible regarding only that particular thing. Means if you have customers, so this class contain only the customer related things. Means adding, deleting, modifying means CRUD related, right? So suppose we have a user registration class, user class, right? So So it's responsible only for user registration. But most of the things what we can do, suppose we are registering in any website, right, or in any forum. So we are passing username and password, and we are get notification, right, on email. So suppose we are implementing that way, means we are registering the user as well as we are sending a mail to notify the user you are successfully registered on the website or means a forum. So this situation is not a handle or means not a proper single repository, a single responsibility principle, right? So in that case, we need to segregate our means our code or means the logic. We should have a single responsibility that take user only to the registered, and we have another service that should responsible for the sending an email. So in that way, we can achieve the single responsibility principle. So the
Okay.
basic example means that I have shared.
So anyone have doubt about single responsibility principle and solid principle? Okay. Let me give some
Your
overview.
voice is breaking.
It is breaking.
Mm.
Now can
Now
you
is
hear
good.
me? Okay. So let me give some overview
Yes, I can.
about,
Pankaj sir, yeah,
okay,
Pankaj.
yeah, some overview about solid principle. I want to give one example as a layman that what is solid principle, right? Then as an example of a school, in the school, we have a solid principle, right? And single responsibility. One person, he is responsible for math, so he will teach the math. Another person responsible for English, Sanskrit, Hindi. So every teacher have different responsibility. They will not jump here and there. They will have command in Pacific one area, and they will only work in that area. So they can perform their task in best way, right? So that can be the solid principle, single responsibility. And second example, that what is solid principle? Solid principle is basically make our software component, make our code more flexible, maintainable, and it should be loosely coupled as much as we can. Because if our code is loosely coupled, then we can extend means as much as we can, right? And this is the beauty of software, that software should have a flexibility to extend, because we know that software has a rich nature of change management, right? Change request will come again and again. So our design should be in a such a way that whenever any requirement is coming, it is not going to impact on our existing project. So how it is possible? That will possible with the help of solid principle. That is possible with the help of design pattern. That will possible with the help of uh, architecture. Like we need to understand the business requirement. Accordingly, we need to choose that what will be the architecture, how many principle we are going to use, or at different labels, what are the design pattern we need to use. So this is the example of solid principle. And the main advantage of solid principle, if your code is loosely coupled, you can test very easily. It in the future you can extend, and you can do the parallel development also. Parallel development means any changes is coming related to message, right? Then you have Gmail message, one class, WhatsApp message, another class, Twitter message, another class, LinkedIn message, another class. So any changes are coming, then we have to do the modification in that area only. And we can design one abstract or interface on top of the message, right? And then all the message will get inherit from that interface or abstract class. So this is how we can get the advantage of solid principles. And so anyone have question about single responsibility? Single responsibility means only one responsibility at a time for one thing. Anyone who have question? No? Okay, let's move next. Then next is open close principle. So any
open close principle means our module or class should we can means achieve this. So suppose, am I right? Means the
No,
basic.
no. Basically, open close principle says like a class or module should always be open for extension and closed for modification.
Okay. Okay.
Extension means we can take a like uh, we can take a like inherit through inheritance we can do, or through
We
like
can
basically through inheritance we can add
right,
new
and we
classes.
can extend the class, but not open for modification, right?
Yeah, yeah, correct, correct.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Bebo, continue, Bebo.
okay. So we have some example where means suppose we need to calculate this is area means but we need a requirement to extend the class. So we can add suppose circle, right? So when we do that and use a single class where we can just take means height and weight, and next time we are just taking the circle and do the calculation of area means pi r square, right? So this is not using in we need to uh, means allow using a single responsive pattern principle as well as open close, right? That also. So in that, for to achieve that, we need to create two separate class formats. So first for a square, second for a square, and calculate the area on using another class that responsible only for the calculating the area, right? So in that calculating the area, we are just checking which type of object, a class of object we are just getting, and calculate the area based on that, right? So we can just using if else. So first is means if the object type of means rectangle, the based on that means height into it, it is written the area. If the type of class is means circle, we just pass radius and do the square, right? But means suppose we are extending the class again and again for means triangle, pentagon, take it like. So how can we achieve that? Means we are means our requirement means continuously extend, but means our module or class that is not closed. It's also always means suppose we are doing extension, it always open for modification. Means we need to add some condition based on the whatever the object we are getting, right, for the calculating the area. So how we can means achieve the our open close principle in that? So what we can do, we can using the interface or means the abstract classes. So where we can define a method to calculate the area, and we can just inherit these classes on what are the type of objects that we need to calculate, like means the square, triangle, pentagon, circle. So we can just inherit this class and provide the body for that method, means abstract method. Suppose we are calculate the area of the square. So we are just using height and width calculate means multiply the height and width and return the area. If we are using circles, so we can just pass the radius and pi r square, whatever the formula is that. So if we are means triangle, so whatever mm, uh, the calculating area of whatever the methods that calculating area, we are just pass the body for that. So in that way, we are achieving the extension as well as the close for modification. means we can extend as much as type of the object that are arriving for calculating, but we are closing for modification. Every whatever the class is means we extend, we just inherit from the calculate the shape method means, so that the responsible for the calculating the area, we just pass the body for that. So that way we can achieve this open means open for extend and close for modification, this principle.
Right, Vaibhav. Right. So anybody who want to give some overview about open close principle, as we know that it is open for extension but closed for modification, means whatever the things I have designed in the existing, we are not going to change. We will take the advantage of inheritance, then we will inherit that particular class, and then in our own class we can update the things, right? That means it is open for extension but closed for modification. I want to take one example. Suppose I want to give different types of discount, right? If I will design that class under one method, like gold discount, one if condition, then silver discount, another condition, then another discount, another condition. So what will happen in future? Any new discount, any new type of discount is coming in my organization, so again I have to do the changes in the same class. So it is better to follow the open close principle, design one class as a virtual and give basic discount in that class. Now if any discount is coming which is not related to the implementation which I have done, then we can just inherit that class, means that virtual method we can inherit in our next class, and then we can override, means we can provide our own functionality. So this is open close principle. So anybody who want to give any other example of open close principle? Yeah, Jitendra, continue.
Hello, hi everyone. Yeah, so I'm just saying that like we can use a virtual and the override, like a class overriding functionality is there is a kind of polymorphism. So in which what we can do, we just create the virtual method over there. So in the virtual method there is a like a basic definition of that method. Once whenever we need to like a modify that method, so we just you just inherit those class and just override that particular method. So that is not impact to the sorry, that is for the open to modification, open close, so sorry, the open to modification in that way. So, I'm just saying, sorry, like close in that we just inherit that method, and we just give the definition according to the new requirement. So in that way we achieve the open and close principle, like a solid principle.
Right. So, Pankaj, means you are means saying here the virtual classes, right? Means overriding concept.
Mhm,
We can use some abstract method, right? We can use
mhm.
interface as well, means
Right,
for
right.
closing, right? So, means first is means we are doing overriding or means overloading, right? That way. Second, abstract method, and third is
No,
interfaces.
we
Is
are
there
not
any
doing
other way?
overloading here. We are doing
Yes,
overriding.
overriding, yes,
Overriding,
right.
Yeah.
yeah, overriding.
So is there any way, other way, means three types we are just discussed, means overriding, abstract method, and interfaces, right? Interface. Any other way that we are means using to close for a method for modification?
As per my understanding and knowledge, we have these three: one interface, abstract class, and then normal interface. Anyone who can put more highlight on this? Yeah, Dharmen.
Yes, Pankaj sir.
Yeah, sir. Continue.
Basically, through open close, we are saving our like testing cycle, because like suppose our functionality is using by the 100 of customers, and we are doing some changes in it, and but we are doing the through the like audition traditional, like without focusing on the open close principle. So we have to test whole cycle. So we also have to like uh, but if we are using the open close principle, so we have to test the particular functionality. So it also helps us.
Right.
Right. Anyone who want to add little bit more about open close principle or single responsibility? No?
Yeah, I think
Yeah, Raghavan, continue.
enough. I mean, everybody has spoken a lot about these principles. But I faced, a kind of problem like while asking these questions by the interviewer, like, where did you use these scenarios? Because we are very able to tell them the definition and the implementation, everything to the interview. But generally, he asked that where did you use this in your project? What requirement has come to you so that you need to implement this one? So this is the very important thing, because to tell the definition or told to tell them, a real life example, that doesn't satisfy it. Because I have faced many places. I mean, just before 15 days.
Hmm. Right, exactly. Means if you means
So
give any interview,
because
yes, is good.
you know, uh, I had spoken almost 30 minutes about solid principles, but I was not able to satisfy him just because of he continue. He was asking me that in which situation you have implemented all these things. I mean, mostly, I think he asked me about uh, Liscope. So,
Hmm.
I mean, almost 30 minutes I discussed with him about Liscope, but he didn't get satisfied because he just want to know that in which situation, what problem did you face so that you need to implement that. So this is the most important, because we have discussed a lot here, and I think this is enough. But if we are not able to, I mean, answer the interviewer's question, then I don't think that we will be able to satisfy him. So this is the most important. If somebody has implemented, I mean, lively in his project, then just tell me the situation. What kind of situations are being arose to implement all these things?
Raghavendra, I have actually I have something like a LESCO principle. So in which scenario we can use that? I have some live scenario. Suppose let see.
Right.
Suppose we need to read the log file. Okay. Uh,
Sorry, can I interrupt?
yeah. So
So before we start means where we use Liscope, right?
mhm.
So can you please explain what this principle is and how we can achieve it? Then we can use means the means the actual where we use in project, right? So give me
Right,
some
right.
means
Is the start from the
description.
definition.
Yes, start from the definition, the use cases, and then please explain where we can implement in our project. So that is better
Beba,
for everyone.
okay. Beba, give me a 2 and 5 minutes. Then I'll just make a note on that. Then I'll share you, because that time I just more confident to share
Hmm.
what exactly is this, right?
Okay.
Just before that,
Okay, right.
you can. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, sir, you can take your time.
Okay. So, Raghavendra, you want a live example about single responsibility?
Yes,
Actually,
if we
Pankaj,
Yeah, continue, Raghavendra. Say.
say have example or of any project means maybe or you are means if you are means discuss with your colleague friends, they have implement in their project, right? So if you have means any live example that related to implementation of any type of principle, please explain it. Means the interviewer means their intention is means they want to know means where we what we have means a situation where we implement this type of principle, right?
Like Deva,
Theoretically
when
and
Right,
conceptually
right. Pankaj,
means
okay,
theoretically and conceptually
can I
we
speak?
can yes please, okay, no problem, yes please go ahead.
Actually, you guys had already spoken about single responsibility. That time I was not able to join. So I just want to discuss one very important thing, like regarding single responsibility, like because when interviewer asks about the single responsibility, and we just give the real example, like to maintain the log files and to create a connection, so that we have used this one, right?
right.
Right,
Correct, correct.
Hello.
Yeah, continue,
correct,
Raghavan.
Right.
correct, correct.
Yeah, we are hearing.
Okay, okay. Yes. So I have also I had already told him that to maintain the logs I used single responsibility, but I mean suddenly he asked me that why why can't we use static class? I mean static class is also one example. I mean to implement the connection, to implement the I mean maintain the logs and all. So why don't we choose the static method? Why static concept? Why we use the single responsibility? So if anybody has any kind of difference between them, please let me, because this is the most important thing. Because everybody, just put up this question: the single responsibility, and the third one, LISCO. These are very two are very important. I mean, nobody asked interface segregation, because most of the people already, work with interfaces, dependency injection. These are common nowadays, in my point of view. But the scope and single responsibility, these two concepts are very confusable concepts.
Raghavendra, I have something for you, something little for you. That thing, whenever we use the static
Yeah, yeah, right,
class, okay,
right.
whenever we use the static class or a static keyword in our code, it is violate for the oops principle. If then suppose whenever we use a static like static class, so we are not able to inherit that. We are not create we are not able to create the object for that. If suppose we need to some code like to violate from the oops properties, like sorry solid property. In that time we use the static keywords over there. Once we have used the static keyword, then after that oops sorry solid principle is a violated from that. Whenever we use the
It's okay. It's violent.
Okay. Should I come, Jitender? Maybe due to network, we are not able to hear you, Jitender. Can anyone hear me?
yeah,
Okay.
yes I can.
Okay. Hello, Raghavan.
So,
Yeah, Jitender,
yeah,
continue.
yeah.
Jitender,
Yeah,
continue. You
sure,
were saying
sure.
something.
Yes, Raghavan. So that is a thing like you said what is the difference between a static class and the like a single responsibility principle. Okay. Suppose we use like login classes, right? Okay. In that we use some property like username, mail IDs, and something like whatever we use some like property, and in some cases we use like a log file property in the same classes. So the single responsibility the single responsibility principle is avoid, because we are create a solid principle is that we have only one reason to change that class. So suppose we change some like a login functionality in that, it is not reflect to the other classes. So that is a biggest reason behind that, or I think that is a
Okay, so
practically
what is the
example as well.
what is the problem? What is the problem with the static class? Because if we think about memory wise, the because why we are using I mean singleton class, I mean single
Mhm,
responsibility, why we are implementing, because it just we are able to create only the single object for the entire class, right?
mhm, mhm. Uh, okay, you
And
need to
static
say.
class also, yeah, and static
Raghavan,
class also occupies the memory at once for the entire application, for the entire class. So why should not we go through with the static class?
Raghavendra, actually, single responsibility is different and static class is a different, right?
yeah.
So let me come into picture. So whenever
Mhm,
we talk about single responsibility, right? That doesn't mean that single responsibility means only class. Single responsibility means we have to design a software that will handle single responsibility. We have to design a module that will handle only single responsibility. We have to design a class that will only handle single responsibility. We have to design our property in a such a way that under one collection we have multiple property. So every property will handle one responsibility. Responsibility means not only class. Responsibility means one software, one module, one class, one property, right? Agree, Raghavan?
Right? I agree with your point. I agree with your point. But what is the benefit?
Yeah, I'm coming on that.
Suppose we are not implementing single responsibility.
Okay.
Yeah, right. Please go ahead.
Suppose we are not maintaining single responsibility. What will happen? What Google is doing nowadays? He is maintaining his YouTube another way, right? That is a single responsibility. Means YouTube will handle all the responsibility related to YouTube. And now Google AdSense, they are handling different responsibility. And Google, they are handling different responsibility. And Google is also working for AI. So that is a different responsibility, right? So they are putting all the things under one umbrella, but they are developing at different places with their own responsibility, right? So another example, as a layman, suppose I have 10 company, right? One is petroleum, electric, one I am running as a farmer, another as a transport business. What I will do? I will keep different director. Every director will report to me, but everyone have their own single responsibility. No one person will not interact with another person. They will directly interact with me with their single responsibility, right, Raghavendra?
Right, Pankaj, right. But the point that I wanted to prove is that regarding maintaining the logs, regarding creating the connection,
No,
I am
that
just
that is another
relating.
thing.
No,
In
no,
that
no,
also,
see.
we can say that, okay, suppose right now I have Oracle connection. After some time, SQL connection will come. So in that, whatever the SQL connection logic, that will be under one place, and then SQL responsibility, that will be under one place. We can take it like this. So one message, everyone, that within a minute, Zoom will expire. So we will join it again.
Right.
yeah, sure, we can.
So you got the answer.